Real talk. I'm driving, as you can see. What it do? All right. This is for anybody that decides to listen to this and chime in. I hope my boy Joseph chimes in, because we've been wanting to do a live with each other for a second one. But y'all ever be in your head, and all of a sudden in your head it's a whole conversation going on, back and forth between you and other people that don't really exist? Come on, I can't be the only one. So for this past week, all of these different voices in my head, and don't be over there, whoever listening to this, don't act like you ain't got voices. People be trying to leave it up to people with bipolar and multiple personality disorders. All of us got multiple voices in our head, and if you think you don't, you ain't from here. So, but for those of us that ain't ashamed to admit it, have you ever just been sitting quietly? You ain't even talking to nobody. You're not talking, and you just in your head, and all of a sudden you realize that an entire conversation just happened inside your head before you snap out of it. You be like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. What's up, Healthy Revolution? You ain't gotta stay, but hang in there if you can, because I'm just in my head right now. And I was like, I gotta stop talking to myself in my head, and I'm gonna go live, and just whatever happens to the video happens. It might self-destruct. This video might self-destruct. But anyhow, here's an example of when we in our head so much that a whole conversation has happened. Here's one that happened to me recently. In my mind, I was having a conversation with the person I wanted to beat up. No lie. I probably can't even beat this dude up, but I didn't like the dude. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I can't stand that ninja. Y'all know I really don't mean ninja. What's up, Talking Junkie? So in my mind, I was like, if I see that ninja, this is what I'm going to say. And I'm just having this whole conversation. And even in my head, he was talking back to me, right? So I somehow teleported that dude in my mind, and me and him was going back and forth. And all of a sudden, he said something fly. And I was like, ninja, I'll shoot you. And then I had to snap out of it. Cindy, what the hell? You just had a whole movie in your head about you going off on this dude. And then you threatened to shoot him. And I realized in that moment, this is my last message and then I'm going to go. I realized in that moment that when we have these conversations in our head, again, at the top of the call, if you didn't hear me, I said, if you acting like you ain't got more than one voice in your head, something wrong with you, because we all got more than one voice in our head. I've realized that something had infiltrated my thoughts, and all of a sudden I just went negative. And all I could think about was, when I see this dude, I'm going to go off on him. I might pistol whip him if I get a chance. I was just like, where did this come from? And it was all of a sudden my Parkway came out. Parkway is where I was raised, because we was very hood. And I realized that my thoughts had been infiltrated by, let's go evil, Satan, whatever y'all roll with in terms of the spiritual world. Something had infiltrated my thoughts, and this whole conversation was about me going off on this dude. More to the story, y'all. Gangster, no lie. More to the story. Our emotions, here's the lesson learned. Get a pencil. Our emotions or reactions to situations, to these voices in our head, will take the path of least resistance. Here's what I mean. Think about water. Water flows in whatever direction it wants to, and it's going to go in the path of least resistance. If there's a big wall, then obviously the water ain't going to have nowhere to go. So just like our emotions going to flow in the way they used to go in. So if we used to snapping on somebody, back in the day, we just fought it out, right? Back in the day, it wasn't a thing to pull out a gun on somebody. Everybody I know done did it, right? And so when our emotions know that, hey, I ain't got to work hard to do what I normally do, I just want to snap on somebody, that is the path of least resistance. And just like it takes the gym to work our muscles and to build our muscle strength and our muscle memory, it takes practice to work on those spirits, evil, devil, whatever you want to call it. When those enter our head, it takes repetitions and awareness to notice that something has infiltrated your thoughts. Because every day we wake up, we can choose to go left or we can go right? We can choose to do good or we can choose to do bad. But all that to say is, y'all ever have a conversation, a full conversation in your head, and ain't nobody there with you but you and your thoughts, and it's like you too. So that's why I showed up on Instagram, because I was having another one. I'm like, why do I keep having ththese conversations about kicking people ass? Why am I so angry? I'm out.